Guys, hey, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your hero. Welcome back to the West Coast Davengers. I'm Dave, your host, the comic book guy, but not Big B McFly. That's another person. Hi, Big B. I just got back from Heroes Convention 2025 in North Carolina, Charlotte. And it was a blast, although it was a hectic weekend for many different reasons. Some personal, and some just comics. I'm going to show you some of the footage I shot. I gotta warn you, it's not the best footage. It's not a ton of footage. I really got lost in the con for most part. There's some great bits here, talking to certain artists or just, taking a look at some original comic art or some comics and all that good stuff. We'll get into it in just a moment. Don't forget to do the thing. This little box right here, it tells you to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. You should do that. You should drop a comment after you're done watching and tell me maybe, what your favorite thing that I picked up was, or maybe you were there and the favorite thing that you picked up. I have a podcast called Direct Edition. It's where I put all my interviews. Most recently, you saw Alice Darrow, and she's got her new comic book out, Tramps of the Apocalypse. Coming up is Stan Sakai, Chip Zdarsky, and maybe some other great guests, including me. Why don't you come with me to Heroes Con 2025 in Charlotte, North Carolina? Me too. All right, I'm going to go head that way.
Good luck.
I'll see you soon. I am the wristband.
Where do I go to get one? Anywhere? Wait, look. Oh, yeah. A lot of that. Yeah, Barnes, yeah. Right. I think my... Say what?
So this is going in front of the white box.
This way? No, it's Artist Alley. Okay, I guess it is this way.
Kind of diversified.
I don't know.
2.5 hours, all I did was that.
I'll come see you in a bit.
Unless.
That is much fucking cool.
West Coast Davengers, how you doing?
That was one of those moments where which one? What's your name?
Anthony.
Anthony. Nice to meet you, man. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit.
I'm from the city too.
Ah. I push my fingers into my eyes. I should have known I went the wrong way.
Okay.
He's going to take Raymar. He may.
All right, here we are, Davengerinos. I'm currently stalking Jeremy Hyler.
What is up, bro? Hey!
Hey, say hello to the Davengerinos.
What's up, Davengerinos? Welcome to my first show here, actually tabling.
That's right. That's right. The Switchblade
Hopefully
Shorties.
it should be in hands of people here shortly. But if you guys haven't signed up or anything, we're taking names.
We're taking names.
We're taking names.
That's just gonna be that's all I'm gonna put is that quote.
Yeah, that's it.
We're taking names. By the way, congratulations, you two.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Wow. I do appreciate the paper that it's printed on.
Right? It's different than most, books out.
This is what Marvel should be putting their stuff on.
Right? It would look so much cooler.
This is awesome.
And then the whole back is like a bunch of different artists.
Oh, this is so cool. Hey, I know this guy.
Yeah.
I know this guy too.
Yeah. They're kind of cool.
Yeah, they are. Wow. Wait, the real test is what does...
Oh, yeah.
People never look under the dust jacket.
No, so you can order it without it.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, when I think
You can
when
order
I
with
get
it
my
or without.
copy, I'm taking the dust jacket off and I'm putting it up.
Right. You can hang it up.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
Eddie Pecan,
Hell
September 13th and 14th?
Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy. And how you doing, brother? It's crazy again, like different circles, like this guy.
I'm crazy, yes.
Weird circles of people just interacting.
Yeah. We all run into each other, we all get to know each other, and then we get to hate each other.
This is like coming to a con and trying to explain to my wife is like a high school reunion where you're like happy to see everybody, not happy.
Right. Absolutely. And you're actually glad to see people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That was a $5,000 bid.
You're fine. Yeah. You can breathe. You're all right.
Oh, that's so nice.
Tell you what.
Wow. Look at you doing an Optimus.
Oh, yeah. I was doing a last minute auction piece.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I did the Optimus Prime with the Megatron.
I just, I'm buying one of Daniel's pieces today. I just have to go pay for it, yeah. I've already spent too much money, John. Promoting artists is what I do anyway. So, it's like, it's natural for me to mention all of, like, if I have somebody on the show, it's like I put their links in there and I talk about how you can buy their stuff. And, well, you finally did it.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Fireball Printing did a really, really good job. And color reproduction looks really good. And I hope it shows people that I have a little bit more range.
I was just going to say, yeah, it does.
It gives you an idea of like some of the other things that I can do, other than just like barbarian shit.
I mean, but barbarian shit is barbarian shit.
It's great, and it's fun. I love it.
Condor Man.
That was... That's CK Group, man.
This is hilarious.
Yeah. The Tango and Cash.
Toidles. It's fun. I've never seen that one before.
Yeah, it's fun, right?
Ringside. Oh yeah, Morgan. I have to pick up my piece from Morgan. Where?
Yeah.
He's somewhere. Oh yeah, he's over there. Yeah, I saw him last night before I saw him. You're Morgan Herron, and Morgan's got a piece for me because Frankie Boy Monster meets Darth Jar Jar. But I mean, Frankie Boy Monster's up there. Anyway, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. It's been a good con. I actually just sold the covers to all 4 issues up to date so far.
Oh, hell yeah.
So original art sales have been good. I've already been selling books, and yeah, everyone seems to
And you got
be
a
having great
piece
time.
in the auction this weekend.
Yes, it is a Spawn piece. It is
gorgeous.
Spawn holding the skull of Savage Dragon, and he's Heaven and Hell's divided. Well, he's between Heaven and Hell, so yeah, I'm really excited for that.
I will do my damned best to win that piece.
I can't wait to see all the Spawn fans go crazy. So it'll be great.
How many issues you're up to? 4?
4. Sorry,
Yeah.
2's not on display. Someone bought the display copy.
That's okay.
It's all good.
I already read it. I know what happens.
Yeah. All good.
Yeah, right? Because you sent this to me, didn't you?
Maybe?
Yeah, because for your Kickstarter.
Right. Yeah.
And I actually thought this was your best issue yet. So.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Lots of good emotion
Yeah.
in it.
I know emotional maturity might be a rarity in contemporary comics. I'm trying to bring it back.
I think it's also a rarity in contemporary humans.
Agreed there too.
WAYSHAK. Why?
This is how old school they are. Half the photocopies aren't even black. They're going to be like gray. Yeah, so try and find that.
Well, hopefully if you're here next year, I'll have it, all right?
Man.
Hello, Jonathan.
What's up, man? How are you?
Good. Oh my God.
Jar Jar. Oh, man. Cool. So you're going to be...
Self-immolation, Jar Jar.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh my God.
How many are there going to be graded?
I think we're doing it only 30 something, 36.
Do it, then you get Dinesh's legs in there. Yeah.
Wait, let me 10.
Wait, there we go. Now it makes more sense because yes.
There you go. It looks like
it's got to be like
your body
that.
on my legs.
It's cool to film all your little commissions.
By all means.
All right.
Oh, good page too.
Yeah. I was really stoked that I got it. I mean, I can't buy a Joker Time page without a good Joker image on it.
Right. Is down here okay?
Yeah, that's great. All right, Bob, the original West Coast Avenger, signing a page for the West Coast Davengers. Thank you so much. We've got the man stealing everybody's lunch money.
Yeah, have a safe trip back.
You're going?
Yeah, I got this from your eBay.
Nice. We got Mike from Lunch Money Comics here. Where's all the lunch money?
I spent it all. There's no more lunch money. I'm going to starve the rest of the
Time
day.
to turn some people upside down and take their lunch money.
Shake down some little kids for lunch money. You know how it is. Good to see you,
Safe
Dave.
journey, brother.
That was my reaction, yeah.
I was totally in the mood to watch it though.
I watch it usually every year around the 4th.
Oh really?
Yeah. It's like the one thing I like to do on July 4th is watch Jaws. Yeah.
I'm thinking that things are going to go
I mean, it's not like there's much about this country to celebrate these days.
Hey, oh my gosh. I just.
How's the documentary coming along?
I have nothing to do with it. Other than
It's just your son?
Yeah. But he says he's rocking it. He's putting about 3 trailers out.
Yeah.
We're thinking he's afraid to let it go.
Right.
It's pretty much done. But he
He's
just.
definitely not afraid. It's just he has
keeps
so
tweaking
much.
it. Yeah.
Like there's hours and hours of interviews with amazing people.
No, that's why I'm excited to see it. I mean, it's like we need more of that. That's why I do what I do.
To see it, so I try not to think about it.
Yes.
Look at you, teamwork.
Yeah. There's 2 of them.
Very nice. Did you get Mr. Claremont already? Yes, sir. Nice.
Thanks for hanging around. Appreciate it. Be well.
Mr. Romita.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
All right.
I got a page for you to sign, an older one.
Man.
And it's one that that Scott didn't ink, but Scott Koblish inked this one.
Is that right?
I think he did 2 or 3 pages in this book.
508. Oh my God.
Yeah, I brought you one last year to sign, I think from 506.
Okay.
I can't find any of the old Daredevil pages. Obviously, X-Men's in a different price level, but this stuff, you can still get it. And I love that run. And I love that you're still doing great stuff.
Trying.
Yeah, and
I'll know when it's time to stop. But it's better than having a real job. That's all I can think of.
And congrats on the success of the Kickstarter.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. I'm hoping it continues.
Yeah,
it's a
it
really
will.
good. It's a great premise. You'll enjoy it.
Well, you and Mark do good stuff.
We've had some good run together.
Yeah.
Third time's a charm. We'll see what happens.
Right. Well, thank you so much.
You will. Thanks for stopping by.
Misa picking up a commission from Misa Matty King.
Oh my! Oh my God! That's so sick.
It might feel a little wet, but
That's what she said.
what do you think? You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
See, this is the thing. It's like when I let somebody do what they want.
Right. That's it.
It's open to interpretation. My God, he's terrifying.
I know, right?
Poor Darth.
Yeah, just dead.
Yeah.
In the water.
Yeah. This is awesome.
On legend. Oh, I can't again.
Yeah, we're on video.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Matty Keen in the house with the Darth Jar Jar, the true Dark Lord, the commission. Don't forget to support Superhero Comics and all the good stuff that this man makes. I'm going to just throw this on here. This is the Aquabarian. Aquabarian. Yeah, you said it was about Tony, how do I say your last name?
Ayupi.
Tony Ayupi, doing some beautiful work here on the Aquabarian.
Yes.
Aquabarian.
It'll roll off the
It'll
tongue.
roll eventually. Yeah. But let's take a look at some of the original art from this book because there's sharks in here, and everybody knows that I love sharks. I mean, I got them on my skin. But look at this page, this little collage page.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And the way you printed these, it's interesting because obviously the originals are in black and white, but this is a blue risograph, right?
Yes. Yep. It's
or Riso? Is
risograph.
it Riso?
Yeah, risograph. So this is like teal on creamy paper.
Which works for the aqua part.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm getting it. Getting it. Sweet. And what's cool about it is I do love a good wordless comic. I think if you could tell a story wordless, then your storytelling chops are,
Thank you.
not a lot of people can do that off. They go too far and they do too much dialogue.
Yeah.
And it's like,
no one knows what he actually looks like.
Right.
But as time progresses in the story, the glass of the mask keeps cracking.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually you'll learn.
That museum, I cannot wait for it to open.
I know. I'm hoping that they're going to put a couple of mine up in there.
I would hope so. I mean, I grew up looking at your art, and I'm still looking at your art right now.
Yeah.
What do I owe you for that?
I know.
Oh, I appreciate that. Wow, that's a beautiful piece. These are amazing. Tell the people the YouTube where they can see this stuff.
Chris Anderson Comics YouTube channel. I do interview cartoonists about their latest work, and then a book that inspired them to want to do this. And then I also have with John Coates CCXCC, the Chris Claremont X-Men Comic Club, where we're going through the entire Claremont run, and I draw the thumbnail for every episode. So that's what these are.
And these are the thumbnails.
Yeah, I got to whip them out in half an hour because there's no time in this world.
Proteus, no Modius. I mean, do you come up with the
Oh yeah, it's like this. I don't have any idea before I sit down, and sometimes they're just literal because I'm like, I just need to do this, and sometimes they're just goofy because something really weird happened in that issue, and it just calls for it.
So here's a YouTuber question. Do you find that certain things in these thumbnails work better for the algorithm?
Yeah, Wolverine. If Wolverine's in it, it's done it. And the funny thing is I know that, and I still hardly draw Wolverine on it.
Right.
Because I'm like, I gotta give shine to. Who am I?
To Storm. Yeah. Or shine to yourself.
Yeah. No. Shine I gotta give shine to Banshee.
There he is.
Yeah.
This is a great one. That's really cool. That's fucking creepy. There he is again.
Yep. Speed is the name of the game in this.
This one's really good.
The singles tier.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, this is no good for me.
That's for the we had a join the club T-shirt. So those are some of the heads from the T-shirt.
That's disgusting. It's disturbing, not disgusting. Like Wolverine in a man boob bikini.
I had to.
You also like to draw Storm a lot.
You know, she's featured quite a bit. In
Yeah.
stuff especially.
Started to notice that he would do these compositions, and I actually own that page.
I love this.
It's such a creepy page. And so I started to notice that he would do these different faces, and Royer would ink them one way, Synod would ink them another way, but nobody talked about it.
Yeah.
And
it's iconic, every single one.
yeah, and like this, come on, who thinks of that layout?
I love that y'all took photos.
Yeah, we wanted to pay loving tribute to comics, not just pull images.
The texture of
the yellowing. And I love that if you look at some of these dark sides, like that's Kirby, that's his face.
I feel like one of the joys of coming to a show is you see the faces of the creators and you go like, oh, you all look like
Oh yeah. No, your art and you are one and the same.
always. I feel like the first time I ever saw Paul Pope, I was like, I already knew you. Because I read Heavy Liquid. You know what I mean?
And now you guys live in the same city.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at what's going to be auctioned off this weekend. Actually, it's tonight. There's be some live painting too. Oh, well, I got the time. Pat Quinn Moon Knight. That's really cool. Hey, Cam, it looks really familiar. Looks like it might be a Ranga. One of those has to be a Ranga. Maybe not. Look at the Scotty Young, though. Thing is huge. I think you painted it live yesterday. Oh, thank you. Jeremy Hyler's piece. Morgan Herron's piece. So I'm here with the boys. We got Ryan, Ryan, the Colossus Collector. We got Rohan, back in the game.
There you go.
I had to think about that.
Absolute Game of Nerds. Yeah,
Absolute Game of Nerds, that's right. Yeah, because you're on YouTube. So am I. And then there's Dan. Dan's X-Men Comics.
No, but Dan has renamed himself. He is now Stan's X Factor Comics.
Yeah, Stan's X Factor.
Is it because people think your name is Stan when you say my name?
There's
I'm
another
Dan?
one, but we won't talk about that one.
Yeah,
either.
sometimes. Yeah, there's a few nicknames that are.
There's also another name that comes out after midnight.
After midnight.
Not
I guess
safe
I'm gonna
for
have.
work on the
I
video.
guess
Midnight
no, it
game.
is very safe for work. Let's hear this after midnight name. I don't give a fuck.
It's Bloody Nose Bitch Dan because I get bloody noses
after midnight.
Once every other. Well,
or like
it's
every
early
hour.
In the morning,
There's
once
9
every other
people,
day on
there's
average.
9 people who are gonna really laugh at this.
Is it because
very normal? It's very normal, guys.
Is it because you're very aggressive after midnight, and you usually get punched in the face for it?
You're leading me a little bit. I was gonna get to that, but let's just wrap this up, guys. Let's
Comics.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming to the show.
No, these 4 are mine and those 3.
Hello, sir.
Thank you.
By the way, you know I still have that Bloodstar hardcover that you asked about. The Corbin. Remember you asked me about it?
The black and white one.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found an absolute dog shit copy. It's literally like the cover was like somebody went like this and then they decided to not continue.
Why did they hate Richard Corbin so much?
But I got it for like $30.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like, I don't
shit.
care. Yep.
Yeah, I got it in Portland. There's a store, not Cosmic Monkey. What the hell is it? Future Dreams.
Okay.
And the dude's got like you can look through about 10 minutes of the store, and the rest of it's just hidden behind boxes and boxes.
Okay.
And he was one of those guys. It's like Corbin a Wrightson fan, so he has all the rare books.
Okay.
So, but if you're ever looking for anything that Sean can't get you, you know I can. I got to show you a picture of the one that I got from WAYSHAK. It's insane. And then I got, Morgan did one for me. Yeah, basically, once I get about 20 pieces, I'm going to do a Jar Jar zine. Yeah, I'm not going to charge for it. I'll just make like a DIY copy, you know, a bunch of them. Because then I would feel weird if I did that and then sold them. Because it's like everybody, you know.
That's how it is with this thing, this new Batman thing. Me and my friend made it, but we can't sell it.
Yeah. But you can give it out for a donation.
I wish I had it with me. The copies just literally came to my house yesterday.
Yeah, what's the next show that everybody's going to be at?
I'm going to say at C is the next show.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever a big showing like this.
Heroes is the one, and IC3, yeah. That's great. Man, you guys just pumping out so many good, you should do have you thought about doing like a subscription, like a Cosmic Lion subscription service? Like you pay X a month and you get to pick maybe like 5 books or something? Because I would do it. I don't know how to wrap my mind around all of the Cosmic Lion stuff. Buy it all at one show, I'd need a new suitcase. So
I almost did
this is
the
great.
Matt Howard stuff. And then I got too bogged down by trying to figure out how to do it. I was just like, but I have a package and a pin, a nice pin. Here.
We're here with Eli Schwab. Eli Schwab, tell us about Cosmic Lion Productions.
Absolutely, dude. Cosmic Lion Productions is a publishing company based in LA, but we have comics from all over the world. And now that you can hear me better, I want to tell you all about our brand new anthology, Lion Cosmique. It is a little bit of a riff, especially in name, from the Cheval Noir book that Dark Horse did. But of course, you gotta see what we got in here. It's an amazing advertisement for the one and only West Coast Dave himself. See Todd by Todd.
2 channels, 1 day.
Exactly.
But this just came out.
It just came out, and it features a ton of amazing creators, like from the old greats, Matt Howarth, who was in heavy metal with Mobius and Droulet, to the new guys, Morgan Herron, and the old man Chris Anderson. Ben Granoff's in here. I have a feature on one of my favorite bands, Don't Stop or We'll Die, and it's about a song about a chicken with a square butthole. So you should check it out. We got this. We got amazing stuff. We got Bob Fingerman's brand new Printopia. We've got Family Fun by Los Bros Coates, the Coates Bros, one of my favorite new books. Ken Landgraf's Ghost Agents, colored by Christian J. Mizimo, lettered by some doofus named Eli. It was an honor.
Speaking of Ghost Agents, we also have Ghostman creator right there.
Absolutely, right here, Raymar Brunson, Ghostman. We have his new art book. We have Kevin Anthony Catalan's new art book featuring the Space Knights 2 preview that you've all been waiting for. Wizard, of course. I'm getting very low on these. I have like maybe 10 left. Pew! The amazing, let's see. Oh yeah, we got Matt Howarth's Termite Mound, the old school book, and his brand new Slice of Spy, the first new Matt Howarth book in a while. Eli Schwab's Primer, featuring my short stories and my stories from the Ween-zine. And let's see what else we got. We got these guys. I love the story about these guys. The first indie comic I ever bought when I was a kid was by Gary Kramer. I bought it at the Paperback Exchange in Cumberland, Maryland. And I found it when I was being forced to clean out my childhood bedroom for my niece, who I love. And I found it, and I was like, I gotta find this guy. He's still making comics, and you know what? He is, and now I publish them. Awesome. And speaking of Jack Kirby, last one, Stan vs. Jack had a feud the Marvel way. Barry Tan's loving tribute to the feud that built Marvel.
All right. The man, the myth, the legend, John WAYSHAK, live drawing. He probably hates that I'm doing this.
WAYSHAK Watch.
You're in the middle part where it's ugly too.
care.
Come on up. You got some zines?
I said.
I have zines that I have left.
All right, so this is where.
You sold out.
Yeah,
so
there's the coloring section in the beginning. The inking section on for the my blue line website this pencil week, stuff. probably Tuesday, jimrock.com. So I've kind of just been giving everybody like dealer's choice, pick whatever panel you want to do. The inking section has
wow.
everything lettered already, but
Right.
other sections don't. So, but if you want some people get a little creative. Be sooner rather than later.
That's
That's creative.
But
wow.
Raymar Brunson. Raymar, yeah. Tom Neely did the inking on that one.
That's cool as hell.
Amazing. Thank you.
I like how he added the "Don't look at my tits."
When we were talking, he's like, "Someone's got to get Peter Parker nipples," and I was like, "That's the one question maybe nobody's ever asked about Peter Parker is what do his nipples look like?"
So we're doing original blue ones, and you're inviting artists to ink them?
Yeah,
this is the Marvel tryout.
Oh,
So
that's what it is. Okay, got it.
It's all Romita Jr. pencils.
Okay.
It's
Fife.
That's a cool project.
Yeah, and like I said, it's kind of fun because like this is like the scripting section. There is a lettering section, so some of them aren't even necessarily meant to be inked per se. You know, they were meant to just be lettered and sent in, but it's still all JR pencils.
You know what you need to do? Well, first of all, it'd be great if you could get JR to ink one.
Oh my God, I want to get Bagley.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Bagley, and if you ever see Larson, get the two of them.
I'm probably going to end up at New York Con,
And that's where you'll see Larson. Yeah. That's so cool.
And we're back. Wasn't that nice? So I really did kind of get lost in the con, and you know, I really wasn't focused on filming too much. And also a side note, personal note, the reason why you don't see anything from the art auction, my uncle passed away on Saturday night. So it kind of took me out of things, which is completely understandable. And, you know, it is what it is. So if you want to make a donation to any of the National Alzheimer's Foundations, love to live in a society where it doesn't exist anymore. But that's neither here nor there. Comic time. So I got to see and talk to a lot of friends of mine, whether they're YouTubers, people that watch this show, or, you know, artists and creators. You know, it was great seeing the Pisker family. It was great seeing Jim Rugg and Chris Pitzer and Tom Scioli, WAYSHAK. You know, it was really nice to just be around fellow creators who are nerds and fellow nerds who are collectors, right? We love finding our people. Eli Schwab and the Cosmic Lion team, all of y'all, great people. Check them out. So why don't we start off with something that I was delighted to finally hold in my hand. Speaking of Cosmic Lion, this is Lion Cosmique, the new anthology magazine / thick boy from Eli Schwab and Cosmic Lion. So many great creators in here. I couldn't name them all, but I can read them. No, I'm not going to. Matt Howarth, Eli Schwab, Morgan Herron, shout out to you, Morgan, Chris Anderson, Brent Granoff, Ian Cinco, so many others. But really what's important about this, I mean, I don't really care about comics, right? I just wanted to see my first full-page advertisement for the West Coast Davengers and Direct Edition. So if you have this, thanks for picking it up. No, but this is awesome. I have not had a chance to dig through it yet. It's only been a couple of days, but I'm excited to read all of this great stuff in here. Cosmic Lion really doing the right thing by indie comics right now. So I'm just going to go through the piles of stuff that I got, and then you get to see the art that I got, which is obviously a huge focus of mine these days. But from the big man himself, Tom Scioli, I got a couple of these older self-published zines. I already read this one, which is Satan's Soldier, I believe. Yeah, Satan's Soldier, which is hilarious. And this one I have not read, which is Final Frontier. Tom's got his own show, Total Recall show, as well as just a great comic creator. Had dinner with him on Saturday night, and excited to see his Twilight Zone book coming, as well as another creator-owned thing he's working for that he couldn't really tell me about. So we'll keep it in the family there. It was great seeing Jim Rugg. Always awesome seeing Jim Rugg. If you have not met Jim, he is just one of the most delightful people to talk to, as well as just a great creator, but a comics historian, a comics lover. And I picked up both of his new zines. The Alien Disclosure one, which I absolutely love, is like a little kind of like narrative story without being a narrative story. And then his zine, which is all about adult comics. And it's similar to, you know, some of the other zines he's put out, like Black and White or 1986. This one is actually called Fuck Comics, but not Fuck Comics, Fuck Comics. So if you're into like that lost era in the 80s and 90s of like Eros and stuff, this is just like a visual treat, you know, depending on what your fancy is. And this is a creative piece of work that I absolutely love. So check those out. At the time of recording this, I will be selling those tonight. I bought a stack of each wholesale from Jim, so I may not have any after you watch this video, but I may. Speaking of Jim, his booth partner and partner in crime, Chris Pitzer, gave me a copy of their Ken Landgraf, their John B. Jacobs zine, which has a ton of Landgraf stuff in it. I'm excited to just pour over this. I'll be seeing Chris at Hot Off the Press, so if you're in Seattle, I think it's the weekend of July 12th, Fantagraphics, Hot Off the Press, at House Books, aka Chris Pitzer, will be there. I didn't do too much digging. You know, I don't go to Comic Cons really to buy comics. I go to buy art, I go to talk to artists, and obviously try and get interviews on the channel. I do enjoy flipping through books, but I'd much rather buy indie stuff from creators directly. But I did have a chance to go check out Jason Hamlin's booth, Retailer to the Stars, shout out to Jason Hamlin, and I picked up this Nate McDonough Amazing Spider-Man book that I had never seen before. Nate is the creator of Long Boxes, Grixley Comics. Nate is awesome. He is a brother, he is a cosmic brother of the soul because he is a comic digger and reseller. And Nate, shout out to you, brother. Catharos from Higgins, Missimo, and Daniels, Special Heroes Con edition. I talked to these gents at the con and they sold me on the book. So I don't know what it's about, but I know I like it because I checked out the art. It's a barbarian book, which I think you're starting to see a lot of indie creators do barbarian books to bring them back. From my brother Raymar Brunson comes the new issue of Ghost Man. Raymar did a great Darth Jar Jar piece for me a couple of months back. I read the first issue of this. He is an up-and-coming superstar, a great artist, and a great storyteller. So check him out. He's also on Cosmic Lion. Once again, cannot speak highly enough about all of the murderer's row of artists and writers that Cosmic Lion has. So let's get to this stack of stuff that I got. I'm just going to go through it right as it sits. So the guests of honor, the first guests announced were Mike and Laura Allred. If you don't know who Mike and Laura Allred are, I'm starting to think that maybe this is the wrong hobby for you to be in. He is the creator of Madman. She is his colorist. They are married and they make quite the team. So I picked up this at their table, the Lunchtime Digest, which kind of goes through, it's like a zine made up of all of the stuff that he's ever done for Madman. So I got them both to sign that, Mike and Laura. I brought a couple copies of things, including 2 copies. Oh, Madman number 7. This is the Allred / Jeff Darrow cover. So I had Mike and Laura sign each one, and I'm going to hold these till the next time I see Jeff, which hopefully is in Japan this fall / winter. And then this is a rare one. It issue number 0, which is another zine. Obviously you can see who did the cover. So I had both of them sign it. Boom. Got to see my man Sanford Green. Shout out to Sanford. He'll be back on the show. He was on Direct Edition. We did a great interview. We're going to do some other stuff we have planned. This is Bitterroot number 1, the next movement, black and white ratio variant of the Trad Moore variant cover. So it's signed by Sanford here, and then right here on the arm is signed by Trad Moore. Hopefully going to have Trad on the program very soon too. Also got this print from Trad, which is signed. He is such a great person to talk to. So pleasant. I mean, him and Sanford would actually be a great pair to have on the show together, because it's like talking to 2 people that you've, you know, like just people you want to listen to talk. Yeah. Shout out to the homie, Michel Fife. We did a little trade. I gave him the Kirby zine, which you can see right there. I don't know if you can see it, but this is The Death of Copra, number 4. This is the variant cover with, you know, a guy named Al Simmons, aka Spawn, on there. And look, Fife signed it just like Todd. And as I posted on Instagram the last day of Heroes, there's nobody I want to talk Todd with more than Michel Fife, except maybe Todd. But Michelle, you understand that. Star Wars Tales number 3, I got signed by the great legendary Dave Dorman. Misa doing a Jar Jar Binks cover. That's exactly what Dave Dorman sounded like. You saw it in the video. I asked Dave if he still owned this art, but he sold it a long time ago. He thinks that maybe Lucas bought it. But I've been looking at Dave Dorman's art since I was a kid, since the early days of the Dark Horse Star Wars stuff and the top Star Wars Galaxy and all that good stuff. If Ralph McQuarrie and Drew Struzan are like the godfathers of Star Wars art, then Dave Dorman's the capo. For my homie, Aranga, you remember him from the OAX videos, comes his little ashcan preview. I'm going to pronounce his name right. You ready? Aranga Devasarendra. Aranga Devasarendra. Nope, I'm sorry. But anyway, shout out to you, Aranga. Another couple of homies from Cosmic Lion, Adam Lemna. Adam Lemna's new sketchbook called Retina Burns. He got these just in time for Heroes. Adam signed it for me. It's number 4 of 50. Shout out to you, Adam, and check him out on the Instagram or wherever you consume your social media, as well as Cosmic Lion. Rick Lopez. Now, this is his self-published Next Panel Press Cosmic Cat books, but here's the preview. Here's the trade, the collected in color. His art is, I mean, what I can say about Rick's art is pretty much, if you enjoy the weirdness of Ditko's like kind of late period without the Atlas Shrugged type stuff, then Rick Lopez is your guy. Somebody I met for the first time here, which is Tony Iuppi. Tony made this great Aquabarian, which is like a Aqua Barbarian book that is wordless, and his art is badass. I want to show off the splash page that he had with the shark here. Check that out. So it's the back cover, and I got to see this piece of art in its original format. It's a little collage, but this is a very interesting book. I think anybody that can create wordless comics actually deserves like a little bit more of an appreciation, because if you can tell a story without words, that's great storytelling. Speaking of great storytelling, great people, and wordless comics, Jeremy Hyler. Yes. Jeremy is one of my favorite people in comics. He's one of my favorite creators, and he has a bright future, and he did this very limited run of his Batman books, his Batman bootleg books, in this nice hardcover, year none, but look at the sketch he put in there. He put in the Frank Miller Batman. Look, Jeremy's a master storyteller. He's a master cartoonist, and he's just getting started. So give him a follow. I'm going to try and link everybody down below in the description so you can check them out on social media and whatnot. But I've talked about Jeremy on this channel so many times, and you know what? I ain't done. I ain't done. All right, let's take a look at some of the autograph books that I got. A couple of copies, but I'll show you just the one of Web of Spider-Man #1, signed by the legend, Charles Vest. Hopefully one day going to have this guy on the program, as well as Charles Vest. But Stephen Platt was there in attendance, and I think Stephen's just one of the best, one of the nicest guys too. I had met him when I was a kid, like 12 years old, and it left such an impression on me of how nice and kind he was. So I've always been a fan of his. I got a couple of books from the PC signed, including one of his new books. WAYSHAK was there, so I took the chance that maybe he'd sign one of my comics. This was his Violator issue from this year, and this is actually going to be given away tonight during West Coast Wednesday, because I have one for myself anyway. Who else was there? But none other than the man, the nicest guy in comics, Daniel Warren Johnson. Got a couple of copies of the Wolverine 8 Legacy 400 second print signed. Dan was nice enough to just sign a nice little stack of stuff that I brought. Also met Mike Spicer. These are dual signed by Mike and Dan. This is his issue 2 Absolute Batman cover, which I think is one of the coolest variant covers of all time. And then The Moon is Following Us second print, which homages his Transformers #1. And also, I don't have the print on me because I mailed it back to myself, but Felix, Comic Art, Felix had made these really nice high quality prints of 4 different covers, and one of them was this Daniel Warren Johnson Wolverine cover, but this is the original art, kind of like a mini artist's edition. I know the whole issue had sold, so Felix did something that us collectors could have instead of, you know, whatever the cost of that whole issue was with the cover, probably $80,000. But it was great seeing Dan. Dan's been on the program twice. My favorite modern comic guy, because he's everything. He's an artist. He's a writer. He's just one of the most gracious people also, and super humble. Hardest working too. Shout out to Dan. Everything you do is for the benefit of the medium. All right, so let's take a look at some art that I either brought with me to get signed or I bought while I was there. First up is this Amazing Spider-Man 508 page by the legend John Romita Jr. This one's actually inked by Scott Koblish, not Scott Hanna, but I did get it signed by John. That's my second page that I own from John from that Amazing Spider-Man run. So that's that. Also, got to see the first official interview I ever did on this channel was a gentleman, a legend named Bob Hall. And Bob Hall was an artist who co-created the West Coast Avengers. Not as cool as the West Coast Avengers, but I did get this Batman Joker Time page signed by him. I purchased this probably about a year and a half ago. He signed it on bottom. Great page from a book, a mini series that I think more people should take a look at. Also from Bob, I wanted to support him a little more, so I bought this little Moon Knight pre-done, or he was doing these at the con. I love his Moon Knight. Shout out to Derek Bishop for also kind of encouraging me a couple years ago to pick up a Moon Knight piece from him. There's just something about that kind of classic no-frills Moon Knight. It's got a little bit of that Sienkiewicz feel to it in Bob's work. All right, I'm going to show that last. So let's take a look at this piece. This is a commission from young comic creator Morgan Herron, my guy. As most of you know, or some of you know, I collect Darth Jar Jar Binks commissions, or just Jar Jar Binks commissions, because he needs more love. So anyway, this is Morgan Herron's interpretation of Darth Jar Jar. I typically don't give anybody any direction. I just say, run with it. And Morgan's style is amazing. It's refreshing. That's, I think, the best way to describe Morgan's style. So check Morgan out on socials. From Felix, I had pre-purchased this. I bought it a couple weeks ago, but I asked him to bring it. Two Heroes. That is a page from The Moon is Following Us, issue number 6 by Riley Rossimo. If you haven't figured out by now, I am quite obsessed with sharks and have been since I was a child. This was a very pivotal moment in the story where, God, I can't remember the main character's name, the mother, grabs a shark with a spear, cuts it in half, and turns it into a weapon. So, yeah. Why would I not buy that? Also from Felix's booth, I took the opportunity to pick up Daniel Warren Johnson piece that he had pre-done some of these on his live streams. I've never been a huge Transformers fan, but after Dan's run, currently still going on, I am a Transformers fan, and this is Optimus Prime ballin'. I mean, it's so unique. He did a variant cover where Optimus was slam dunking, so I think it's only appropriate to pick up something like that. Yes, this is another Jar Jar Binks commission. Bootleg Spider-Man artist and just great comic creator overall. He's super prolific right now. He's been just, putting out book after book. Monty Keene did a great Darth Jar Jar commission. Once again, just gave him those words, Darth Jar Jar, and he comes up with this insane piece of Jar Jar telling Darth Vader, "Misa true Dark Lord." Marty is not just a great artist and like a savvy human being and a great comic creator, but he's really friendly and really funny. And we get along real well. I had never met him before. We knew we knew each other. We knew who we were, and it was great connecting with him, and look for me having him on. Probably going to have him on Direct Edition this season because I bet we could talk comics, but also have like a funny chat. Now, finally, I didn't really bury the lead on this piece, but what does it matter? Because honestly, this piece might have even been the highlight of the con for me. Well, not just me, but like everybody. Because people heard about this piece and saw John posted on Instagram. John WAYSHAK did this insane Jar Jar piece. Now, Jonathan WAYSHAK, who, if you don't know who he is, he's a great artist and has been for years. Like, I've known him for a decade. He's got a book coming out this year with Bad Idea next month, July, called Cul-de-sac with Mike Carey. And I've been looking at the cul-de-sac art for a couple of years as he's been working on it, and it's amazing. Now, I told him Darth Jar Jar. John just doesn't know what that is. So this is what John does, which, you know, seppuku, I think that's what it's called, honorable. Yeah, I don't really need to say much about this piece. Although I did tell John, and I hope he took it as a compliment, it very much would be like if I had asked Ralph Steadman what Jar Jar Binks is, he would come up with something like this. Ralph Steadman, you know, a legendary artist. John, right there. So this is my piece. I'm gonna get this framed. That's the highlight of Heroes Con, is picking that piece up. Now, I'm not gonna talk too much more about this. I've taken up enough of your time. This is still a great comics first convention. Artist and comic and writer first convention. There is none of that bullshit. I think maybe I saw one booth had Funko Pops. There's no celebrities there. It's great, and almost as great is just the atmosphere that is involved in this Comic-Con. It reminds me of the Comic-Cons that I used to go to, only better. Heroes 2024, 2025, both years I've been, were better than when I used to go to the Javits Center in the 90s. It was better than when I used to go to Comic-Cons in the early 2000s or even in the late 80s, because the enthusiasm is palpable. The sense of community is there. And I mean the community with the artists and the writers and the people that consume the work. There was somebody last week that made a comment that YouTubers ruined comic conventions. It's not true. It actually has there's no grounds for that. Capitalism ruined Comic-Cons. The fact that the studios came in and the publishers pulled away. Capitalism ruined the Comic-Cons. CGC ruined the Comic-Cons. The spec market ruined Comic-Cons. Us showing you how great these Comic-Cons are is the only thing that probably grows these Comic-Cons. And if we don't keep comics the focus of Comic-Cons and artists and writers the focus of Comic-Cons, then every con turns into San Diego, New York, Emerald City. I mean, C2E2 still has a bit of it, but they let the celebrities come in. And the thing is, I don't care about that shit. I love movies. I love TV. I love actually getting to converse with people in those mediums. But that has nothing to do with comics. And this con does. So I ask you to support some of these creators that I'm highlighting today. Big or small, doesn't matter. It matters that you support the medium. And support your local comic store. Support your local con. If you're going to Hot Off the Press, the Fantagraphics one, then spend some money there, even if it's just $10, whatever it is, it helps. But me and people like Dave from Still Only 35 Cents highlighting the good parts about this con, the community, the artists, the art that we're buying, whatever it is, that doesn't hurt. That doesn't ruin cons. And it truly does not seem that the feedback I get from the videos that I put on this channel when I go to cons does not ever come back negative. It comes back like, hey, I saw your video last year and I went and I loved it. Whatever it is. But anyway, that's my shit for today. I hope if you went to Heroes Con, you had a great time. It was great seeing people like Ryan, Colossus Collector, and Rohan back in the game, and Dave, Still Only 35 Cents, and Dan, X-Men Comics, and Joel, and all the people that I saw. I'm sorry if I forgot a couple. I'll see you at Eddie P Con in Pittsburgh in September. So that's me. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and all that stuff. And please check out my podcast, because Direct Edition is where I interview creators, musicians, all of that kind of stuff with tons of great insight. Fan to creator chats, whatever. Anyway, I'll be your hero. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, it's like rubbing my dick with sandpaper is what? Oh.
I hope that makes the cut.
Oh, it'll be on there.
Dave, you're not in front of the screen, but you're everywhere.
WAYSHAK.